What up, y'all? What's good? I'm Rio Free. You can follow me at rio.aka.o. And welcome to the Water Wit Podcast right now. I'm in the streets right now. I'm in the streets of Atlanta. And I'm going to pull up in Decatur. I'm going to pull up on Glenwood today. And the first interesting person I see, I'm going to say, tell me your life. What's your life like? Tell me your story. I got to hear it. You never know, but you about to hear it. Okay, who do we have here? State your name. Let me know where you from.
My name is Jackie. I'm from New York, upstate New York, and I've been in Georgia for like 13 years.
13 years? Where did you go when you left New York?
So I was 16. I used to get in trouble a lot when I was a kid, and so I was in juvie, and I would run away and shit. And so when I was 16, they put me in a place that was further away from where I was from. And I got pregnant by a staff member when I was 16. And so they let me go, and I went back home with my mom. And I met this girl named Rose and her boyfriend, which is really a pimp, Knowledge. And I went to Brooklyn with them. Didn't know them or anything. And just went to Brooklyn with them and got turned out to a pimp. And the girl was acting crazy that he had already. She was cutting herself and all type of shit one day. And later that night, I got on a bus and I went to Florida. And I met this dude, and I went down to a dude that I didn't even know. So I was with him for like a year, and till he beat me up real bad because I got high on coke. I worked for an escort agency, and I came home and I was high as fuck. And he beat shit out of me. And I was 17 at that time. So when we went up to New York one time, I saw there's channels on the TV where it has different city council meetings and different stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Well, one of the slides popped up and it was my picture, missing and exploited children. Damn. And my mom went ham. So we saw that. So when he beat me up, I turned myself into Broward County Sheriff's Department. I was I'm pretty sure I'm missing. Whoa, I was f***ed up. So my DCS worker came down and get me, went back to New York. And I got a lawsuit for getting pregnant by a staff member. By the time I turned 21, my ex that beat me up in Florida, I left, called me and sweet talked me, and I came down here. And I've been around here since 2011. And it's crazy in Georgia. It's nothing like anywhere else I've ever been. It's gutter. It's savage. Your best friend will f*** you up. I've been in prison twice out here. I've been robbed, pistol whipped, pimped, all type of shit.
So, what'd you go to jail for?
In 2011, my first 7 days out here, I got locked up for prostitution, keeping place prostitution. And then in 2015, I got locked up for an armed robbery charge. I got dropped aggravated assault, went to jail for went to prison for 18 months. Got out in 2018. I went to jail for fleeing looting. I took off from the police. They pulled me over, mashed the gas on my ass.
And they caught you?
Yeah, I just crashed into somebody. Car wouldn't move at all. And I'm trying to run. Get on the goddamn ground.
I was just about to ask, did you get out and run?
Yeah, of course. Get on the goddamn ground. Yeah.
How was it in jail?
It's pretty up. I got in a fight once and I beat a girl's ass once. But I mean, once you beat somebody up, you're fine. That's all I want to see. Once you can beat somebody up, and you're cool.
What jail was you at? What county?
So I've been in Gwinnett County, I've been to Fulton County, I've been to Cobb County. I went to Alto prison. Alto.
Which one worse? As far as the counties.
Oh, DeKalb County.
DeKalb.
Yeah.
They said,
yeah.
I keep hearing Fulton County.
Nah, I'd rather go to
DeKalb.
Yeah, DeKalb's pretty nasty. DeKalb's nasty as f***.
Oh, so you went to the joint? Went to prison?
Yeah, I went to, I was in Alto. I went to Whitworth and Alto, but Whitworth, they tried to have me weeding on the side of the road. I was like, that.
So, how did you grow up? Did you grow up in a two-parent household?
So it was my mom and my two sisters. We were all half sisters. We all have different fathers. I never met my dad. Don't know the first thing about him. Don't know what he looks like. My heritage, nothing. And She just had like a really abusive boyfriend. Like, one would me up, you know. I'd never been raped or like molested. Like, that's not my story or anything like that. But it was like kind of like physically abusive. But it was my mom. She was a nurse. My grandmother, my grandfather, and an uncle. But other than that, it's very, very small. My mom's in New York still, my little sister. My other sister lives in Florida, and I'm out here. It's really like dysfunctional.
Did you finish school? How far did you go?
I got my GED when I was in prison.
Oh, okay.
I had a son in 2023. I had a C-section to have him alive. He passed away when I was just 6 days old.
Man, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. I tried to get sober then, but it was too much.
So when did you drop out?
When I was like 15.
15?
Mm.
So you went to about, what, 9th, 10th grade?
Yeah, 10th. I did good on my GD. I did pretty good.
So are you still in contact with your family?
I called my mom the other day, and she was like, when we were talking, she was like, you know, I haven't spoken to you in like a year. So like, very blue moon. But it just sucks.
So you homeless?
So homeless-ish. Ish. Like, I never slept outside or like slept in the woods, you know, like people do, but like, I don't have an apartment. I do a hotel, something like that. But I met this dude. So I've been on Glenwood since like Wednesday. So I was on Shamley Tucker, and these 4 dudes tried to drag me in a room basically, and told me to run my pockets, whatever money I had, drop it on the floor. And then one of them told me that for me to strip, and I told them they were gonna have to shoot me because they were gonna violate me like that. And eventually they let me out of the room, and I got the on, and I ended up over here, just at this hotel, because I wanted to like get from being outside, and I wanted to just get a room real quick. So I came over here, and yeah, it's pretty fucked up over here.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, but I met this dude over here, and I don't know. It's just like barely making it.
So what are you doing?
Selling.
He pimping you out?
Not really pimping it, like half. Like I'll give him some money, but like he's not like, oh, give me all your money.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Any stories when you turning tricks?
Yeah.
Anything happen?
I went to a place actually not far from here on Flash Hills and Canley Road, and I totally didn't know the neighborhood. And so I pulled up, and this dude said he was like 41, whatever. He comes out with dreads, and he's like, I'm like, oh, you're not 41. He's like, nah, I'm 25. I'm like, okay. He's like, no, I'm from the A or whatever. And so we're walking up his like driveway, and the door is like cracked. And so I like push the door open, and the dude comes out. He's got a bandana over his face, a hoodie over his head. They pistol at me. They like try to drag me in the house. But yeah, that rheumatoid arthritis like
I'm saying.
Yeah, it's up.
See your knuckles and everything.
Yeah, it's
Let me see.
Yeah, it's bad. So, he tried to drag me in the house and rob me, basically. And I was, like, bleeding everywhere. And I, like, ran up the street and went to a gas station on Keeler Road. And they were like, will you call the police? And I was like, no, don't call the police. Let me see the phone. And got the fuck on. Yeah, I don't with police. It's one thing I don't with. I'm very anti-police. I know it's that offensive on, you know? Yeah. It's crazy. And, you know, they say it's survival of the fittest.
You better know it. What's your drug of choice?
What do you think it is?
Let me see your arms. Crack.
Yep.
I've been out here for a long time.
Yeah, water wet.
Been out here a long time.
Yeah, it's crack.
How long you been smoking?
So, okay, funny story. I got turned out to crack when I was 18 from this dude named John Cook. And it's funny because I used to bring 2 8-balls to him, and he'd cook up one of them, and he'd let me smoke the other. So one day he was like, come do this ooey gooey with me. And I'm like, what? And smoke crack. I'm like, no, I'm not in the pipe. You just don't hit the pipe. You just don't do it. He's like, just come do the ooey gooey. And I'm like, no. So he's like, he lays out $1,000. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. He put $1,500 on there. And I was like, let's hit it. So I hit it and I was like, let's do it. And it was off to the races. But I mean,
ever since.
Yeah. But I mean, I've stopped. Like, you know, I went to jail, prison. When I got out of prison in 2019, I was clean like 2 years. And I relapsed. I relapsed with some Crown Apple and then crack.
It's one of my favorite drinks, Crown Apple.
Yep.
Do you have a preference on what form of crack you like?
Yeah.
White? Tan?
I love you.
Oil base?
No, I don't like the oil base because that shit tastes like gasoline 9 times out of 10. That shit is nasty. And I like the pretty little white snowflake see-through shit.
The hard white.
Yeah, I like that straight drop.
Yeah,
if you're doing skirt, you're doing too much. I can cook pretty good.
You ever tried? What else you tried?
So I got fettied one time. That was scary as I've saved so many people on Fetty, and so many people I've known died on Fetty, but I thought it was a crack rock, and it was Fetty, and I almost died.
So how did you do that? Smoke that?
Yeah, but I didn't know. Like, I didn't intentionally do it. So then I did intentionally do heroin one time when I was 19. Dumb. But thank God my body reacted the way it was supposed to. I was like throwing up, I tried heated, my body was like, no. So that was good. And then like, with my rheumatoid arthritis, like getting out of bed, like right now, like I just woke up, my body hurts so bad. But I would take Percocet. And like, the thing with opiates is, opiates constipate you, right? If you take them for too long, they constipate you. So I know that when I start being constipated from taking Percocet, they're really in my system, and I don't want to develop a habit. So I've pulled back from them and I stopped doing them. So I just smoke Helliums and like that. But I tried ice. That retarded. I don't understand why people like. It's like me from like household cleaning products and like battery acid, and then like you want to like take that and then you want to put that in glass and then put a torch to your face. Like, no, I'm not with none of that.
Well, you said you tried heroin when you was 19. How did you try it? Snorted it? Mm-hmm,
because my cool drug dealer was doing it, so I was like, oh, let me try it. Yeah, I've never shut up. I'm like, I'm scared. Like, I just don't. They say you never come back from that kind of shit, and people are junkies. Like, they'll kill you over that shit.
What keeps you going every day? What keeps you from not giving up? Or have you tried to give up?
No, I never tried to kill myself.
What keeps you going every day?
I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. But I'm not a bad person. I'm not stupid. I'm not any of that. But I'm not used to like this type of living. Like, you'd never catch me dead on Glenwood. Like, I've fallen flat on my face, and it's like nobody gives a about the next person, like, at all. Like, nobody gives a about the next person. And it's just like, you know, I'm a Gemini, so I'm like loyal to a T. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. I fuck with you 100%. There is no like the gray area is real black and white for me. There is no gray area. There is no sometimes. There is no in between. So it's like, all I have is me. Like, you know, and I get in trouble with a lot of dudes sometimes because I like hanging around with dudes. I'm like hanging around with bitches. I hate bitches. But they say I have a fly ass mouth, but it's like, it's not that I have a fly ass mouth. I have to defend myself. I have to speak for me because nobody else will. And if I don't take care of myself, nobody else will. And it's just hard. So what keeps me going? I don't know. I just know that I've done way, way, way better. And I know that there's no reason why I can't do that again, you know? But it's like, everybody gets a turn going through emotions. Everybody gets a turn. So it's like, when is my turn over?
What you think stopping you from, is it the drugs? From doing better?
I mean, maybe. I wouldn't say, but I'm not out here sucking dick for dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I promise you, I've never set a date for dope. I'm not doing no exchanges for dope. Like, pay me my money. If I want to buy dope with my money, that's my prerogative. But I'm not going out bad. But
I can respect that.
These right here doing crazy, like $20. I'll give you a dope to suck my in there with it. I'm just like, please don't ever let me get like that.
What's the last best thing that happened to you?
The last best thing that happened to me was... It's a good question. You really f***ed me up with that one. I don't know. I hate you.
See, I like to hear stories. I like to see how people got to where we're from, or where you at, I should say. So, and sometimes, you know, people on the streets need somebody to talk to. And your story may help somebody else.
It just sucks. I just know I can do better. Like, I'm always like, oh, I'm not one of those. I'm not one of them. And it's like, but really, how different are you, you know? I don't know.
So how was so you say, okay, you semi-homeless.
Yeah, ish.
Never slept outside. What age did you become semi-homeless?
And so I've been semi-homeless since I started hoeing, you could say, because you're selling in hotels, right?
Right.
So I've always got a hotel room. And so it's like, my money management, okay, that's where the problem is. So it's my money management. It's not that I don't make the money. It's not that I can't make the money. It's not that I don't touch a few hundred dollars a day. It's not that at all. It's just I can't hold on to it. Like, I don't have... So that's why I like the whole pimp thing. I don't like the whole pimp thing, but I don't mind giving my dude the paper because I know that I'm gonna f it up. And I won't f with no dude that smokes crack. If you smoke crack, I'm not fucking with you. Like, no. It's dumb as fuck. So, like... So... I don't mind giving my money over, but at the same time, like, there needs to be understanding, like, no, this isn't charity. It's like, make sure I'm straight and I'm good. But you can't find anybody that is, like, genuine and, like, real anymore, you know? But I made the money. It's crazy.
So you make the money, huh?
Mm-hmm. Like, I literally just woke up. I don't always look like this. Yeah. I have no kids except for my son that died. So I made a point not to have any kids when I was out here because I don't want to put my kids defects here, baby daddy over there. Like, I didn't want all that drama and shit. So I didn't want to bring any more kids into the world until I could, like, be stable and, like, be legit.
Still want kids?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm 33 though, like.
Right.
I mean, my friend just had a baby, she's 45, but who wants a baby at 45?
What's your biggest fear being out here on the streets?
Getting kidnapped. Like, that's why, like, I don't do, like, the whole walking the street and and catching dates. It's not my cup of tea. And I'm so green for that. I'm like, internet or escort agency. I'm a bougie hoe. But I'm, like, scared of, like, getting in the car and, like, not getting out or coming back, or it's scary. And it's like, I've been not talking to my family for so long. It's like, nobody will even know.
Nobody know. Yeah, that's tough. What would you say to people that says, just go get a job, get yourself together, get off the drugs?
I've never had a regular job in my life.
Oh, really?
I've never had a regular job my entire life. I don't know how I would even begin to work that, like, to even be able to survive on that type of money. You know what I mean? Like, it takes a couple $100 a day to start my day, you know? Really, I know that I can probably get Social Security, like, with my, like, it's because it's like a debilitating disease, and like, I probably can't work because my is like weak and like whatever the case is, but the drugs make my body not hurt at this point. I mean, that's an excuse, but like, I like getting high.
Hey, you gotta be honest. I respect honesty. That's what I'm here for.
I like getting high, and I can get a ball for $90, so it's not like I'm getting hit in the head and I'm paying $300 a ball, or I'm spending all my money on it. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't think that my drug choice has ever been like the issue. I've been ding-dinging lately. Ding-ding machine?
What's
the slot machines?
Oh, have you?
Yeah. And now they got ding-dings on the phone.
How you do with them?
No, I've been up my money with them. I'm talking about for real. Sometimes I think it's worse than the crack habit.
See, yeah, the gambling habit is.
Yeah. I think that's what's me up.
How much drugs you do a day?
I probably do like maybe close to a ball a day.
8 ball.
Yeah. Yep.
Is there anything you passionate about? Anything you love?
When I got sober, I wanted to be like a peer specialist, or like a peer, like to talk to young women and like girls, like reasons why not to get into the street life, you know? And like, if they can listen to anybody, they can listen to me because I've been through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, who better to listen to than someone that's actually been there?
Well, here's your chance. Tell them.
It sucks.
Talk to the camera. Tell them.
It's like all the facade and the glitz and the glam. It's all bullshit. All of it. It's like for a second, and then it's like it's all bullshit. Everyone's after each other. No one is loyal to anybody. The people that you think that are there for you are just waiting to take your place.
When people drive by, look at you, so they may assume that you're just on drugs. You don't give a shit about life. You don't give a shit about nothing. No dreams, no goals, no aspirations, no desires to do anything but get high. Do you still have dreams?
Yeah. I want to, for real, like, work with women and, like, people on drugs. I, for real, like, want to be the person that has a story that has overcome it and, like, done good and, like, rebuild relationships with my family. And, like, my biggest fear is for my grandparents to die and me be out here and not talk to them. But, I mean, everybody has, like, a little spark in them, you know, it might have died out or, like, is barely lit, but I promise you, if they're alive, it's still there. Maybe like people are lost cause and it's really not true. You just don't want any time. You don't want to deal with it. You don't take time to deal with it. Everyone needs somebody. Everybody needs a helping hand.
Everybody does. You been to rehab?
Mm-hmm.
How many times?
3.
How long did it work? Each time?
Last time was 2 years, but you know they say every time you go to rehab, you can never get the high the same. Your high is never going to be the same.
So it decreases?
Not that it decreases, it's just you become aware of certain shit. Like I know the 3 stages of liver disease, you know? Like, it's just, like, there's certain shit that you remember, and, like, it just sticks with you, and your high just will never be the same. Like... That's
understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can clearly understand.
Yeah.
A little more knowledgeable about the consequences.
Yeah.
Now you're thinking, it's in your head.
Yeah.
I guess that's what's the whole point of rehab.
Back. Yeah. You're up your shit.
If you can do it all over again, how would you do it? Would you change anything? What would you change?
I would listen to my mom.
What was she telling you? What sticks out?
Just listening to her. I used to go out my bedroom window. When she's bumming in my room, I used to get in trouble. I used to go out my bedroom window all the time. I mean, like, all the time. There was not one time she put me in my room. I didn't stay there. Just listen to her and just know that she's like not trying to be a but she's trying to like look out for me and she loves me. Yeah, I knew that, but I don't know.
By this time next year, what would you like to be?
In my own apartment, clean, in school, and just really independent, and just like let this be like a long chapter that's been closed, you know?
And I'll end it with this. Do you have any questions for me? Anything you would like me to know that I didn't ask?
No, I think it's really cool though that you have a channel for this. I'm definitely gonna check it out.
As you should.
It's like the what? Is it like the white underbelly? You ever seen that?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, you just look like you're not a friendly face because you look like you'd fuck somebody up. But I figured you might be like
I just sold a lot of dope in my life.
Water whip kind of guy.
So I can relate because I've seen the other side. You know what I mean? So I've seen people, I've seen addicts, I've seen a whole lot. So I just like to get y'all stories and see, you know.
Where went wrong?
How did you get here? Where you go wrong? Would you change anything? So again, I definitely appreciate your time. I definitely appreciate you telling me your story.
Absolutely.
You know what? That was real. That was raw. That was authentic. And that's what I like. That's what I like here about the Water Whip podcast. That's what I like here. This is where dope conversations happen, right? And we just had a dope conversation. She just told me her life story. It was real, you know? It was real. And you can tell, that's why I say people on the streets, they like talking. They want to tell about their story. Some of them ashamed of it, but she was raw and real with it. She wanted to talk. You see how emotional she got? You know, I asked her a couple questions and she got real emotional. Some of this should be therapeutic. You got to talk about this shit. Some of this should be therapeutic. She was real. She was raw. She was authentic. And she was in her true form. And one thing about the Water Whip, we live in our truths. So every time you see the Water Whip podcast, it's focusing on living in your truth. Nobody's perfect. We all are flawed, but we all have to live in our truths. You can't change the past. Let's talk about it. We all got a story to tell. She just told hers. Shout out to Jackie. She just told hers. It was real. She got emotional. She got emotional. You know, a lot of that shit I can relate to because I've been, you know, been in the streets for a long time. So I can relate to a lot of this shit. I've seen all that shit. I've seen drug addicts daily. So she gave it to us raw and uncut. And I like it. Hopefully she can get herself some help. As usual, you know, I help out. You know, part of me was like, yeah, she gonna go back drugs with it. But hey, I gotta do my part. That's all I can worry about. So, you know, I gave her some money, you know, offered her some clothes, some women's clothes that I can get for her. I even gave her my phone number. You know, if she ever need to just call me and reach out, you know, if I can help out, I will. You know, damn, that was real. With it. That was real. That was real. She been through a lot. She only 33. She been through a lot. Thank y'all for tapping in to another episode of the Water Whip podcast, where dope conversations happen. You dig? And we just had another dope conversation.